what are the different types of migration. I'll take 2 minutes more, okay, to explain that, because that is going to be something which you will remember for your life. Okay, so see, there are 6 types of migration. Okay, and I'll give you an example how that will change your perspective. Okay, one is called the resident species, means the ones which are found in that particular area throughout the year. They are born there, they will die there, they'll breed there, everything. Okay, so that is called resident species, and that comprises about more than 60%, 50% of the bird species, okay, in our area at least. Second is the local migrant. Local migrant is something which is, they don't travel very long distance. They travel very short distances, maybe from here to maybe to Mumbai. Okay, depending on the food availability. The classic examples, for example, is a paradise flycatcher. Like in winter you get paradise flycatcher, but if you go to summer in Tadoba, you will get paradise flycatcher everywhere. They don't go to Siberia. Okay, so they are migrant, but they are local migrants. So you should understand the difference between a migration and the local migration. Okay, third one is the long distance migration, also called as winter migrants. Okay, these are like the sandpipers and the waders and the some other species which go long distance, even Himalayas. Okay, like warblers. Yeah, no, Oriental dwarf kingfisher again is a local migrant. It doesn't go to a long distance. You'll find that in Goa in winters. Okay, then they come here. So Goa, in a sense, that again it's our definition कि कितना long distance migrants. Okay, so yeah, even flamingo are local migrants. Gujarat में आता है. So you have common sandpiper goes to Siberia. Okay, sandpipers, plovers, like wheat ears. You have blights, reed wobbler, which goes all the way to Central Asia and come. You have plenty of duck species which go to Central Asia and come. This is a winter migrant. Third is a passage migrant. So Amur falcon is the best example. Amur falcon is something which breeds in Mongolia, in winters in South Africa, and while going from one place to other, it stops over in certain places. Like it stops over here also. It's a passage migrant here. Blue cheeked beater, which we just heard and saw, some of us, that is a passage migrant. It actually breeds somewhere in Central Asia. Some of them they breed in India also, but most of them they will go to Africa. So this is a passage migrant for us. Fifth one is a breeding migrant. Means they come only to breed in our region, like the Oriental dog. The Oriental dog is a breeding migrant for our area. The pied-crested cuckoo, which winters in Africa, but it comes only to India to breed. So that's a breeding migrant. Then the sixth one is the altitudinal migrants. Okay, altitudinal migrants means this is best seen in the Himalayas, where there are hills. So in the winters they come down at a lower altitude, and in the summers they go in the higher altitude to breed. Then the seventh one is the vagrants that we call, bhula bhatka aa gaya idhar. But there are regulars. These are regulars. In fact, the eighth one is called the stragglers, which are like very rarely, ekha dusra 50 साल में एक बार आ गया. They are not regulars. Like vagrants मतलब ना एका दूसरा मिल जाएगा आपको हर साल, यहाँ नहीं तो वहाँ मिल जाएगा. लेकिन straggler are something like once in a blue moon record. So 8 types. Now tell me, for a person sitting in Siberia, the common sandpiper is what? Winter migrant, breeding migrant for them. Got it? For us, it is a winter migrant. Amur falcon का example लेते हैं. For a person sitting in Mongolia, for them, Amur falcon is a breeding migrant. A person sitting here, for Amur falcon is a passage migrant. For a person sitting in South Africa, it is a winter migrant. Got the perspective? So it's that perspective. So migration is not just one simple term. It's a lot of complexities. And so one species might be a winter migrant, might be a local migrant, might be a resident. Okay, so it's like that. So just keep that in mind. Okay, you don't have to remember all these kind of things, just to understand the concept of migration, right? So right now this is a good season in October. This is called a transition season, transition phase, where and May and October is a transition phase, especially October, when lot of species they are moving. So like winter migrants which come to our place, actually these individuals might be actually going to south, but they are stopping and going. So we don't know, not much studies have been done about them. So at the same time, those who are going to Africa, they are passing by our region. So you see the blue chick beater, we might see anything here actually. Okay, so passage migrant का भी influx रहता है, winter migrants का भी influx रहता है. So October is something like, you know, even though there is October heat, birding wise it is very good. The water is still there right now. Okay, the food availability is still there. The breeding birds, the resident birds, still have the babies that we will see that you know, the jacaras, they still have the babies. So all in all, this is a good time to see birds. Okay, so let's enjoy.